Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for coming back. We've got harmony. Okay, so all right, let's have a look here. Second house. Second house, we've got Saturn return age, and then we've got Ishar medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. So I do feel that this is relating to your inherent talents, your abilities, your skills, and so on. So this is about an aspect of yourself which you've come in with. Now this may be activating at this time, or it's being activated by something, or you are busy working on it, and that's why your second house is showing up. But it's also, second house also deals with self-worth. It also deals with income, and also to do with property, land, real estate, ownership of things, possessions, ownership of things, material things as well. So it has a number of ways that this could be manifesting. I feel this is that you are wanting to use your healing power. So this is something that's God-given. It's something you've come in with. It doesn't matter whether you're a masculine or a feminine medicine woman. It's just saying that you have the ability to channel divine healing power. And that if you haven't started using this in your life, then so either something's going to trigger it, or it's going to be something that you will want to start working on now. It's something that some sort of skill or talent or ability that is already in you. It may be latent. In other words, that's why when it gets triggered, it starts to come out. Or it could be something that you're already working on and you're trying to hone that skill at this time. It's tied in with your self-worth, so don't feel, especially as you've got blossoming here, Erikura in the 11th house, which is about connecting to lots of other sort of social groups and so on, or connections within groups and sort of in the world, as it were. So you may be feeling a little bit like either intimidated, since you've got the Saturn return age here. You're either feeling intimidated, or you're feeling that perhaps you might be feeling sort of inhibited by it, overwhelmed by the possibilities, or overwhelmed by what it entails, and things like that. So your self-worth may be getting a bit of a look in as well. So don't feel at any point or any time, especially with the Saturn return age, don't feel that you don't have the skills, or you don't have the time, or you're not the right age, whether that's older or younger, whatever it may be. Don't feel that you have anything holding you back at this time. Don't allow that to hold you back, okay? Especially with the Saturn return age. This is saying to you that you are more than capable of going after what it is that you feel you should be doing now, and don't allow those things to hold you back. I'll get to this card in a minute. So that deals with the self-worth. Your value systems also come into this. So you may need to look at your value systems with regards to either your self-worth to do with these talents and abilities, or it could be income related. You may find that you have issues around income, or receiving income, or working with your talents and abilities, and then the income coming in to do with that. Or it could be that you need to, whatever income or whatever you are, whatever is coming from using these talents and abilities, needs to be channeled in some way from an income point of view. So this creates a foundation for yourself. So this is about laying a foundation for yourself, utilizing the whatever is coming in for you, to further this, to actually lay a foundation, but also to further whatever it is that you're focusing on currently. Okay, so what you value, how you value things, and it doesn't have to be material. As I say, you could be laying a foundation from a monetary point of view, but you could also be laying out the foundation to kind of hone your skills, and it can also be connected to perhaps you want to expand what you're doing, or use your skills in some way to create a firmer foundation from a property point of view or a real estate point of view. Perhaps you need to change where you are currently, either where you're living or where you're working from, something to do with that. Maybe coming in, maybe tied up with actually utilizing this now. So it could be something that you're working towards and you're thinking that where you are currently isn't suited actually to do this position. It could be to do with, literally physically where you are. You maybe need a bigger area, or you want to change something, or you need to look at a bigger space, or allocate a space, or look at possibly some sort of acquisition, which is going to assist you in some way with the channeling of this and the utilization of your skills and abilities. Now, this divine healing power can be, obviously, it's your divine healing power. Now, this can be channeled in many, many different ways, okay? Many ways. So it's your connection to the divine and how you conduct yourself in whatever it is that you're doing. So it could be spiritual things that you're involved in, or it could be the way you are approaching whatever work or whatever talent and ability you're working on. It's the way you go about it, with integrity, with honor, with spirit, and connecting to that, and actually bringing down almost channeled guidance or guidance for others, or spreading that around in some way through this whatever it is that you're utilizing at this time. It could be in your profession, whatever that may be. It could even be property related. Maybe you're involved in that. But it's actually utilizing this healing energy, this divine healing energy, and finding ways to channel it into what you're doing currently. It can also be from a monetary point of view, so use whatever income you are getting, use that to further assist yourself and others, and actually be in touch with your guidance and with the like universal principles, universal purpose, and channel that purpose into your life. So all of these are coming in for this year. For the Saturn return age, this is about a second chance. This is about now having a look at the past, where you have been, what you have done, how things have worked out. As I said, it could even be physically around a place that you're living in, or it could be to do with the way you've earned your income, or your value systems. Comes in very strongly with Saturn. Your value systems, and also material things, all of these. It's kind of, Saturn is always about some sort of course correction, or some sort of release and redirect. So you release your energy from where it has been, and you now change direction into something which is where you want to go. Now, this, as I said, could be you channeling these abilities that you have into a completely different area, or it could be something that has been latent in you and is now coming out, or it was something that you really wanted to do in the past and you could never get to do it, or took a back seat for some reason. You could have had family responsibilities, you could have been involved in another career, whatever it may have been. But this card is about this turning around for you now. So there may be some sort of loss involved, but this is in order to make way for you to make choices which are more aligned with you now. Okay, so it's second chance. It's also what you should have, could have, or would have done in the past if everything had gone according to your loves, your desires, what was your instinct, what is it that you really wanted to do at some other point in your life. And now it comes up, the opportunity to release where it has been, or whatever went down, release your energy from there and now redirect it into the area that you want to move in. This is a wonderful, a wonderful opportunity to create to release yourself from responsibilities which are no longer suited for your current circumstances. So this may also be like a realization or a sort of a very realistic look at how things have panned out. It can also be what you have sown, you are reaping currently. So if things haven't worked out, or you've had a disappointment, or you're realizing that perhaps, in the past, things weren't handled in a way which you are perceiving as good, perhaps you're perceiving it as not good, or just a really strong learning experience, or some sort of disappointment, or just looking at things in the past and seeing them differently now. Whatever went down, however it went down, now is your chance to redirect, to actually course correct your actions. And this is about going after things which are close to your heart, things that are resonating with you. It's almost like for somebody who's got empty nest, the children have left, and now they are thinking, well, what can I do with my life? And you're going to get little hints and triggers, especially with medicine woman here, ways that are going to appear to you now. Or it could be something that you're going to do. It's a long-held interest of yours, or a long-held course that you wanted to do, or some aspect of your life which just never came to fruition. Okay, now's your chance. Okay, don't let age, as in too old or too young, or you don't have enough wisdom, or you don't have enough experience, or you don't have enough understanding, or whatever it may be, don't allow any of those things to stand in your way. Okay, now's your chance. Sometimes with the Saturn return age, it can also be from a financial perspective. It can be that certain things are just not working for you anymore, because Saturn is all about foundations, systems, being very realistic. It's about building a very strong foundation in your life, and you want to do that. You want to do that with your talents and skills. You want to do that with your income. You want to do that with your value systems. They must be relevant to who and what you are now, not who and what you were before. It also must be to do with your self-worth. Okay, so if there was something you really wanted to do before and you couldn't, that would have affected your self-worth in some way. So now it's a chance to actually go with it. Follow what's important in your heart, what is going to light you up, what is really going to set a new standard for you. Something that's going to stand the test of time, something that you're going to really apply yourself to, because with Saturn, there are no shortcuts. It takes time to reach this point. It takes time to unfold, but it's about laying really good foundations. So any foundations in the past that you've laid and they didn't work out, now's the time to have a re-go with that. And this may very well be coming in here with this, or it could be applying later. Just take it as it resonates. Orna, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I do feel it's to do with this. Something that is really close to your heart that hasn't got a look in before, or was never manifested properly before. Now is the time. Take a leap of faith. All right. Do it. Do it with all your heart. And apply yourself to this whatever it is that you want to do. Apply yourself, put the work in, and trim things if you have to, rearrange things if you have to. You need to release your energies from where they were and redirect them now. And this is about taking a leap of faith. This is now honoring yourself, honoring who you are and what you're here to do, and actually going for it now, allowing yourself to actually go for it, and don't let these other things stand in your way, insecurities or worries about this, or whatever it may be. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Have faith. Then we've got, in the middle here, we've got 8th house endings and beginnings. So I do feel it could very well be applying to this, but you can apply it to other areas of life. 8th house is about, this is kind of a one cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. So it's the end of something and the beginning of something else, or it's the closing of a chapter and the opening of a new one. And that can very well be coming in with the second chance, kind of getting another do-over energy here. Could very well be to do with that. And there's going to be some things you have to let go of. In some cases, it's people. But it's certain things, structures in your life, things that have been around need to be released so that you can bring the new things in. So it's that cycle shift, it's that transitionary period that you go through. That's eighth house. It's also the death of certain things. So this can be a physical passing of somebody, but it usually applies to the death of an aspect of your life. So this can be symbolic, as in the ego death, or the death of an area of your life or a phase of your life which is no longer applying. Okay, and it can also be the birth of something. As in an idea or a business or something, that some sort of project that you want to follow up on, or it could very well be some other sort of relationship or partnership aspect coming in, because the eighth house also deals with the merging of committed relationships or partnerships. So the seventh house is normally the partnership coming together, whether it's a love relationship or a partnership as in business. So it's the coming together of that, making that commitment. Then the eighth house is, how are you going to do this? How are you going to join your resources, the nuts and bolts of it? How is it going to work? How is it going to hang together? It's all about that, the merging of the emotional and material resources. All right. So for some of you, this may be the actually coming together of a relationship. There's lots of ways that this can manifest. It can also be the regeneration or the renewal of something. However it applies to you here, because this has also got a finance aspect to it, but it's about an old cycle and a new cycle. And so this can apply, from that aspect as well. So it's the regeneration or the renewal of something. And it, as I said, again, it could very well be applying to something that you've wanted to do or should have done or would have done or could have done way in the past, or at some point. And now this is about putting this into action. And so it's the regeneration or the renewal of something. As I said, it could be relationship focused, or it could be something else in your life. The eighth house, as I said, is about finance as well, but this is also about big finance. So it could be related to investments, insurances, taxes, accounting, banking, assets, things like that. And it can also be, in certain circumstances, about legacies that you are building, or legacies you are benefiting from, or inheritances that you are building into your life or that you are benefiting from. So it can also be about handling other people's resources as well. So for some of you, you may be an executor on somebody's will, or you may be setting that up, or something to do with that may be coming in with the eighth house as well. It's also the house of sexuality. So for some of you, this may be a regeneration or a renewal of that, or some sort of increase of that, or some sort of shift or change to do with that. As I said, if you're in a relationship, then that could certainly be coming in. And especially if you're going through a phase in your life now where you are course correcting, you're now going in a direction which is going to stimulate you, which is going to actually enliven you, something that is relevant and appropriate for you now in your life. And that could really have a sort of a rejuvenating effect through all areas of your life. So I say that because we've got Mars force. Mars is about the sexual nature. It's about the sexual energy. So that could very well be coming in for you. That could be getting some sort of boost or renewal. Something to do with that is being activated. But it can also be that power, the power of Mars. Mars is the god of war. So there can be challenges. There can be defending. There can be having to confront certain things that may very well come in, but it can also be the direction of your will, the actual power and the will to get things done, to move things forward. And it's a powerful force when it's directed properly. It needs to be directed in a way which is measured action steps. So moving forward, yes, with power, but not in a wild fashion. The best way to use this is tempered steel. So it's hot and it's moving, but it needs to be directed in measured steps. Then you get the full benefit of the Mars energy. It can be really powerful. It can really motivate you or push you in all kinds of directions. But this is, as I said, doing something which is specific to you. And it can also be obviously the energy of impatience, of quick temper, of it can actually force things as well. So just be careful with that, because you have got Una Easy does it here. So this is saying to you that some aspect, it could be across the board or it could be very specifically related. Just bear in mind that things are working out according to perfect timing. Okay, things are run by the universe. They're not run by you. You have free will and you can direct, but some things will only occur, especially if you're trying to manifest something, they will only occur when the situation is optimal. And that depends on lots of different things. So once you've made your request, you've requested a certain type of manifestation, you now have the belief of it. I believe this is coming to me. Then you release it and you let it go and you let the universe work on it for you. But you need to be putting your work in. You need to be making your action steps as well, and that's very much what the Mars energy is about. It's a very powerful energy. Then we've got here, Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So whatever this process is that you're going through, you're going to have to exercise your strength, okay? Now, with the Saturn return age, it does teach you to develop inner strength. This is about, becoming inwardly strong, because you're now following what's important to you. You're following your heart. You're now following aspects in your life which you really want to push forward now. No more taking a back seat, no more putting things off. You're going to go forward with what's really important to you, what is really going to give you that beautiful possibility to move in a direction which is going to really move you in your spirit as well. So, and this may involve a bit of turbulence. Sometimes with the 8th house, turbulence can come in because it's transitionary. So be strong. This is also about having a very victorious mindset, having a powerful manifestation or a powerful vision of where you want to go and what you want to do. So have that vision and work steadily towards it. Adjust yourself as you go along, but have that vision in your mind. You must have that vision of victory in your mind, because you're going to need it. You're going to have to sort of bat off a few negative, perhaps sort of like naysayers or skeptics, things like that, or just negative influences. You're going to have to bat those away. But you need to do that from a position of strength. This is why the lions are here as well, okay? So you do this from a position of strength. This is about doing the inner work, doing what needs to be done, okay? And working steadily towards that, steadily but with power, okay? And to just keep moving forward with what it is you need to do. And do things with honor, with integrity as well. But do this, honor yourself. And this is what the Saturn return age is all about. Honor yourself. And let bygones be bygones. Things that didn't work out or didn't happen or whatever, that's in the past. Now you're moving forward. And you need to move forward with power and with strength. It might also be that you need to build up your physical strength as well. So do exercises or something like that to build you up. Because if you're feeling strong in your body, then there's a lot you can handle. All right. So, but there's also, as I said, there may be a bit of turbulence with this transitionary period. There may be things going on around you. And it's not necessarily bad. It just means that there are things to be processed and worked through. And you need to have that strong, victorious mindset in yourself. And don't be a victim, okay? Avoid victim mentality. With the 11th house, this is the house of friendships, but it's also the house of group activities. Now, this can be groups as in, it could be online, it can be other groups that you're involved in. It can also be a group of companies, whatever is applicable to you. But as I said, it can also be friendships. But it's also about your personal hopes and dreams, your wishes for the future. With the 11th house, there's a futuristic element to it, okay? So it's what you're reaching for, something that you want. And I do feel, again, I keep coming back to the Saturn return age, because this could very well be a hobby or an interest or a hope or a dream that you've had for a long time, and it's been slow burning or maybe just been there in the background. And this is about following that star for you, following that, finally accepting that this is what you have to do now, because this is going to make you this is going to move you into places which is like a second chance. It's almost like you know, your hopes and dreams coming true. You've got to work towards that. You've got to have that vision. So it's all about that as well. And 11th house is also about, yeah, futuristic visions and dreams and things like that. And it's your ideals, you know, what it is that you really want to do for yourself, number one. And then that whatever you do for yourself spreads outward from there. So merging with something greater than oneself as well. It can also be connected to social reforms and causes, if that's of interest to you. It can also be global or group consciousness coming in. But it can also be about tracking trends and currents. So with whatever it is that you're doing, you may have to just watch that, or you may be tapping into that really well as well. So any one of these elements could be coming in for you. We've got here fire element desire. So again, this is got a very sort of, it's a fiery card, but it's also about your desires. So in some cases that can be related to love and sexuality and all of that. It's got that side to it, but it's also about your desires, something that you are desiring for yourself, something that you want to seek and claim for yourself. And in this case, it could be finally something that you're going to do now, something that you're going to go after for yourself. Finally, you're going to do it. You're not going to put it off. You're not going to turn it away. You're not going to, put it on the back burner. You're not going to sacrifice yourself for others anymore. Okay. So fire element desire, it's that seek and claim. It's that whoosh of energy. It's that fire getting lit under you. It's that burning desire to actually go after now what it is that you need to do or want to do. And that's very much the fire element. It can also be very much a turning point or an epiphany. And I feel that, again, we keep coming back to this. This is something that's going to come in for you, whether it gets triggered or it could be through a cycle shift, something ending and something beginning. Something is going to just literally fire you up. And it could be your visions of the future. It could be something you're striving for, something that you see yourself doing, or some sort of ideal, or something that you are working towards, your hobby, your interest, whatever it is that's close to your heart that really needs to get your weight behind it now. Honor yourself. Honor what it is you need, where you need to go in your life now, but honor yourself first. Work on showing up for yourself. Be there for yourself, and then everything else works around from that. We've got your Irakura blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. So I do feel this is about something that you're working on, something that you're reaching towards, whether it's connecting to others through groups or through situations that you're involved in. You could be one of a collective. It could also be, as I said, company related, so within a group of companies. But it could also be, as I said, your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, something that is very personal and very important to you. And it's saying that, just give it a chance. You've only just starting now on your journey. So don't feel, a lack of self-worth or a lack of income or whatever it may be. That you may feel that some aspects are not falling into place yet. Or you're not sure when they're going to fall into place. Just remember, have a victorious mindset, have a victorious vision, and do not be swayed from that. Do not give in to victim mentality or feeling like you are getting nowhere. Do not give up. Through all the transitions and any financial things going on, just keep going. Do not give up. You're only just beginning on this journey. Other areas that it may be coming in with the 11th house, it could also be that you are building a friendship network. Maybe that's applicable for you. Do not give up on that either. Just keep going, keep moving forward. But it could also, as I said, be to do with something that you're involved in, like a project. It could be a global concept or a group endeavor. It could be charity related or raising funds or some sort of reform, some sort of social cause, But whatever it is, you're going to be tracking things. You're going to be seeing how things are moving in society almost. And that is how you're going to be able to navigate. But don't give up, okay? Blossoming, very, very important. This is a beautiful opening process. It's also saying to you that you may be wanting to follow the flower essences or flower remedies, things like that. Everything to do with nature, but floral, particularly plants, things like that. Anything to do with that, you may be wanting to study that, or you may be learning more about that. You know, herbs, flowers, the natural world, healing remedies, or essences. So this could be essential oils, it could be Bach flower remedies, whatever it is. It's about learning about that and actually tracking that, and incorporating it into your life. That is a side aspect of this card. Through all of this, harmony is what you're aiming for, okay? Harmony. And Saturn will do that for you. If you work with Saturn, if you trim away what you don't need, if you go after what's important to you, with great passion and with great interest, then you will get there. Take your leap of faith. As I said, Una easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. And something that you're involved in, if you're changing course in some way, you may have to start out part-time and then move to full-time as you go along. That can come in with this. So it's easy does it. Just keep moving steadily forward, and let go of things that, you know, you may have to do it slowly. Let go of things which are not working for you anymore, a job that's not working for you anymore, and then you can slowly start shifting into full-time. Or you can, if you're already pretty much doing it, whatever it is that you're setting your heart on now, then it may start to gain momentum as you go along. But there's no need to push or force. Just keep plodding along, just keep going along, and use your energies and your passion to fire you up. That is what's going to guide you here, your passions and your energies. Gemini, I think so. A decision may be needed, but it can also be that you are learning, that you are researching.